Hey there Facebook, it's Vanessa here, motivational speaker and head coach at Live, Love, Give, on a mission to help those who want more out of life step up to own who they really are, own what they really want, and build that courage and that, that real drive to actually go after it and make it happen. And I've tried to get a little bit of the beach action in here today because it's a beautiful day down here in Warrnambool in Victoria, and I'm loving it. It's been really cold here, so I thought I'm just going to take advantage of the beautiful sunshine today. And a message that I wanted to give to you guys today is to stop letting the past hold you back. It's so crazy, don't you think, like how much we let our past experiences, something that doesn't even exist anymore, hold us back from creating the kind of future that we really, really want to, and we are drawn to, and we know is just calling from within. So many of us, we have that fear of the future about things not working out, but ultimately where that comes from is based on our own experiences in our past that have, really diminished our self-belief and our belief in ourselves to really make it happen and be able to handle whatever challenge that we're faced with. Thanks so much for joining, Heather and Alex and Natalie. Awesome to have you guys here, and I hope you guys can hear me okay. I hope the wind or the ocean isn't too loud today, but yeah, so that is my message about the past, and I want to hear from you guys. Is there something in the past that is holding you back from, if you're really honest with yourself, is it holding you back from doing stuff in the present that you're going to feel really fulfilled and aligned about, and ultimately those actions that you're not taking because of the past, because of your past experiences, ultimately if you do step out of that mindset of feeling that lack of belief and holding on to those past bad experiences and negative feelings, if you were to overcome them, you'd be creating the future of your dreams and be able to feel fulfillment right here, right now. Hi, Jayothica, awesome name, I love that. I've never heard of that. And Dex and Damien, awesome to have you guys here. And I've also mentioned I want to talk to you guys. Hey, Sophia. I also wanted to talk to you guys about the only 2 reasons to go into your past. But first, have a quick think about what those past experiences are that have been holding you back, and maybe you haven't really brought that much consciousness to it yet, and maybe now is the time to sort of ponder that. Ask yourself, is there a past experience that I've had that I'm allowing to hold me back from living to my highest potential today and for my future? And ultimately, what has it been? Has it been a relationship breakdown that, maybe you did something that you weren't proud of and it diminished your belief in who you are? Or maybe, you just got hurt and you're scared about moving forward and you're letting that past experience hold you back in your relationships. Or maybe, hey Tracy and hey Judy, and maybe it's not, maybe it's your health. Maybe you've tried a diet, you've tried some sort of health strategy and it never ever worked for you, and you're sick of falling off the wagon, and it's diminished your self-belief, so you're not even going to bother, Or maybe it's in your finances. Maybe you've made some really bad mistakes and you've lost a lot of money, you've got yourself in a lot of debt, and and you're letting that belief around who you are from your past, hold you back now and really break through and grow and change. And so have a think about that. Let me know in the comments. Hey Frederick, hey Moyne, thank you for being here. And Francesca, awesome to see you here again. I love that I get to connect with you guys each day. I'm really enjoying that. And yeah, so let's get into it. The only 2 reasons you should ever go back into your past. Number 1, to learn the lesson. Oh my gosh, I love reflection. How much I learn in reflection, and it's exactly why my clients, what I actually do with them, if I take them on as a client, they have to go through a pretty intense questionnaire. I want to know all about their past. I want to know such detail. And why I want to know that is because I want to see, first of all, what could be those limiting beliefs, what could be potentially holding them back. And also, I really want to know how can we reflect on this to learn a lesson, to identify more about who we are and what we want, and to step into a new level of potential as an individual and know ourselves better. You know, there's such power in going back to the past to learn the lessons. And the second reason that you should ever go back to the past is to enjoy those magic moments. Hey Joe, awesome to have you here from Maryland. Awesome. And yes, so the second one, you know, really to experience those magic moments in your life and those times where you felt proud of yourself. You felt like you were so proud of your breakthroughs, what you did, the courage that you had, the resilience that you have. You know, all of those great feelings from your past that you can use to generate that self-belief and that courage to step into a new version of yourself. And definitely all those incredible magic moments with your friends, your loved ones, your family, you know, you've got to hold on to those, you know, definitely. And how can I get in touch with you? Yes, Joyathika, just send me a message and we can connect. I do offer 15-minute power sessions where I jump on a call with you, and all free. I just want to connect with you. I want to see how I can try and make a difference in your life and help you with your current challenge, because sometimes all we really need is a new, fresh perspective. And it really helps to sort of let us see something that we hadn't seen that's been keeping us stuck. You know, it's that roadblock. And I love nothing more than connecting with people and helping them break through and discover what that is. So Joyathika, send me a message or a link, and you can book in a 15-minute power session, and I'll see how I can help you there. And yeah, Kirsten, awesome to have you here again. I appreciate all of your support. It's so lovely. And yeah, again, in the comments, shoot me any questions at all or any comments. I'd love to connect with you. You know, I really do love this. I know I keep going on about it every single day, but you know, running your own online business, and you connect with clients and you connect with certain different people, but it's so online, and I know this is online, but I feel more connected with you guys to have that interaction. So it juices me. Like, I get so much energy from these Facebook Lives. So thank you for making that happen. And yeah, so comment in the section there. I have a couple of questions that came through that I wanted to address on this Facebook Live. And the first question came from Julianne in yesterday's Facebook Live, and she asked me, so yesterday's Facebook Live, I was talking into, you know, love, and, you know, that real love doesn't exist unless you have equality, unless you feel like you are on the same level as everybody else. Otherwise, it's not really love. So, yes, Joe, I'm just using my iPhone to shoot this. So yeah, hope that helps. And so Julianne's question was, what do you do when love is lost because of years of hurt? And this message really touched my heart. You know, I could feel that, you know, the pain, you know, ultimately why I love to talk into relationships so much, and it's what I've been doing for the last 4 years, is because there is so much pain and there is so much pleasure. Your relationships are the area that generate, you know, the most pain and the most pleasure. And ultimately, I see relationships as your biggest source of personal growth. And I really felt into Julianne's question today, because the reason why I got into helping people with relationships and going down that avenue as well was ultimately because the people around me, the people closest to me, I could see their pain in relationships. And it's you know, and we've all experienced it in our own relationships, that pain, that heartbreak. And you know, great people with great intentions and wanting a great relationship, but not being able to make it work because their own fears, their own egos were getting in the way, and that's what creates that hurt. And ultimately, when we look to the external, when we look to that outside partner, and we don't focus, we let our own relationship with ourselves diminish, we kind of enter this sort of codependency. Ultimately, we sacrifice ourselves, and you know, we have such a great intention for that. We think we just want to give to this person. We want them to love us. We want to love them, and it's a beautiful thing. But at the expense of our own truth and at the expense of our own relationship to self, then you're not doing yourself, your partner, or love any good things at all. So what I wanted to say to Julianne in that question, hey Tracy, hey Andy, thanks for coming, Francesca, thanks for saying goodbye too. And so Julianne, the number one thing that you need to do in terms of losing that love after years of hurt is you need to stop focusing on the relationship. I know that sounds crazy. You need to pull away from that relationship, and you need to do the number one thing that you have been regretting to do during that period of time. Otherwise, you'd be in a totally different result right now. So you need to take the focus out of the external and into the internal. And it's a real challenge, and people don't know the steps. But Julianne, if you watch this video, which I really hope that you do, I didn't see you join at the moment. So if you watch it, I hope you do. And I would love to connect with you if you would like some little steps that will help you on that journey. And likewise, if anybody out there, you want to know what are those steps for self-love to build that relationship with self, but in terms of that relationship with that partner, and you're after years and years of hurt, resentments, all of the rest of it, and you need to pull your focus and attention away from the relationship into the relationship with self. There needs to be a lot of work done internally, and it's what I absolutely love to do with people and help them with that breakthrough, because once we have that love, that self-acceptance, we know with certainty who we are, what we want, and where we're going, we have so much more compassion to work with another person. And it's almost impossible to create an extraordinary quality of relationship if you don't have an extraordinary quality of relationship with yourself. So I hope that helps. And Steve, great to have you here. And Jen, thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate that so much. And if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know in the comments, because I did have another question here that came through on one of my other videos. Hey Jamie, and Elf, thank you so much for being here. I love that you've been so supportive to me, Elf. I really appreciate you, so thank you for those kind words. And the other question that came through was from Amin, and he actually made a comment that he wanted me to talk about, and it was actually, he has a challenge of losing weight and kind of how to break through that. And I have a different sort of look. I started in health and fitness, and I absolutely loved it many years ago, and it was my life, health and fitness. And I was writing people nutrition plans and training courses and all of these different things in my office, when I was working the 9 to 5, the corporate world. And that was my passion. But what happened for me throughout my journey and throughout my own personal growth and entering into the work of Tony Robbins and all of the incredible greats out there, was my whole focus shifted, because I recognized that so many of us struggle with our weight, with our health, and then we go to okay, diet, nutrition. We all have those answers. We all know that if we eat cleaner, healthier food, whole foods, and we exercise more, we're going to lose weight, right? We're going to be healthier. But at the end of the day, why don't people do it? We all know it. Why don't we do it? And what I came to believe, and what I do believe, is that it all stems from your relationship with yourself. This is going to come up time and time again. I can't drum it out anymore, like the importance of that focus internally on uncovering who you are, uncovering what you want, and then stepping forth with courage, getting out of that comfort zone and moving forward. I know personally that when my health is suffering, it's because I'm not checking in with myself. It's because I'm not taking the time out to redefine who I am, what I want, and move forward in that direction. And I can easily, my personality is very easily swayed by the people that I love, the people that are closest to me, and I'm so go with the flow that it's challenging for me to take that slow down time to do that. But what I wanted to really get through in this message for Amin with his question around losing that weight is that my belief is once you are focused on building a healthy relationship mentally, emotionally with yourself, physically sorts itself out. You will start valuing yourself more. You'll start taking the actions that we already know. So I really hope that that message has resonated. I hope it's been some sort of value to you. And Bernadette, thank you for joining. And Miran, awesome to have you here. And Eric, I appreciate that this has been valuable to you. And thanks for joining, Haley. This has been awesome. And I really, if you have any questions, comments that you want to, topics you want me to address right now, I'd absolutely love that, because those were the two questions I wanted to share with you and talk into past. I hope that that's been valuable to you, and I hope this video turned out, because I know it's windy out here, and I just like the view was just too beautiful to not share with all of you here. And yeah, it's a nice warm day here in Warrnambool for once, so I love getting to share that with you. And awesome, I'm glad you found that valuable, Mirren. Thank you so much. And guys, if you don't have any more questions or comments or anything, please, you know, I really want to get that message out to you guys that I'm going to be here every day. Like, I don't know how long, probably for the rest of my life. If you guys keep showing up, I love doing this. So, and you know, if you have any questions, I'm here. I'm getting on these Facebook Lives ultimately because I want to help and serve as many people as possible, and I would love that to be you. Hassani, thank you so much for joining from California. That's awesome. And Elf, what have you written here? Yes, totally, everything stems from within. The hardest part for us all is forgiving the hurt that is bestowed upon us. Yes, with people like you and the positive. Oh, thank you so much. I can't read your full comment, Elf, but yes, I totally agree. You know, that has been ultimately the best lesson I've ever learned, and I continue to learn each and every day, is that focus on building a great relationship with yourself and not gaining that validation and that love from external sources, because it's always fleeting, and you leave yourself open to really feel that hurt. And you know, that hurt comes from feeling, it's kind of, you know, hurt can be really disempowering. It's a very disempowering feeling, and I know this can be controversial for you guys out there, but ultimately you have a choice whether you stay in that hurt or whether you decide that I'm not going to let that hurt hold me back, and the past is the past, and I am going to learn that lesson, and I'm going to use that hurt to make me stronger moving forward. What can you learn from it? And when you start learning the lessons from any of those negative emotions and experiences, you convert them into a positive experience for yourself that no longer holds you back. And yes, Jen, yes, you've got Australia here. I'm doing my bit for Aussie tourism, if I can. And yeah, thanks, Miran. Yes, awesome. I hope that this has been helpful to you. Any more questions or comments that you put in? I mean, I could go all day, but I know these are always, they kind of get longer and longer the more that I'm doing them. So as long as you guys are finding them valuable and I'm not going on and on and on, but yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, any more comments, or I'll start wrapping things up today. But it is, just to reiterate what today's message was all about, was that it's all about stopping letting the past hold you back. It's about moving out of that, because ultimately the past doesn't even exist anymore, and neither does the future. The future doesn't exist. It's only this present moment that we have. So why do we let things that don't even exist hold us back right here, right now, in our current reality? And you know, I've thanks, Josh, appreciate that. And yeah, you've thrown me off track here a little bit, but yeah, so that's the past, and yeah, don't let it hold you back. I can't stress enough that idea, and reminding yourself that there's only 2 reasons to ever go back into the past. Number one, that you want to learn the lessons. There's so much power in reflection, so definitely go back in the past to learn the lesson. And secondly, the only other reason to go back into the past is to reminisce, soak up all of those magic moments that you've had with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, whoever, and build that confidence and courage based on, you know, those times where you did step up with courage, you broke through, you did something great for yourself that moved the needle forward towards your highest potential. They are the reasons why to go back into your past. And awesome to have you here, Jay. And I'm about to take off. If there's any last comments, love to help you with those. Otherwise, I'm sure this has been a really long one. Okay, all right, I've got one. Anne, thank you so much. What are your top 3 coaching advices that you found useful to be the best coach possible? Awesome question, Anne. I love this because ultimately I love coaching. You know, I love coaches. I love their mindset. I love their desire, their burning desire to help, to serve, to make a meaningful difference. And you know, top 3 coaching advices. All right, let's think on the fly. Number 1, ask quality questions. You know, so many of us coaches think that we're just trying to teach because we've got so many great ideas and there's so much that we want to put out and we know that can help people, but we end up jeopardizing the experience for the client when we don't actually ask them quality questions. And ultimately a coach is about, you know, getting them to empower themselves to come up with their own answers, because you can tell somebody to do something, but at the end of the day, they may or may not follow through. But if they come up with it themselves, wow, do you create transformation. So the number 1 top for coaches out there who are looking to really transform their clients, number 1, really get clear on quality questions that you can ask them, and you got to be a great listener. You've got to listen behind the words, behind the lines, because there's so many people, and myself included, you know, that initial problem that they come to you with isn't actually the problem. It's and it's so funny. You've got to listen. You've got to have quality questions. You've got to be a great, phenomenal listener. And thirdly, I really think that a great strategy to really help transformation is people are coming to you as a coach because they want support. They feel alone, they feel lost, they feel overwhelmed with their current life circumstances, and they don't have the answers, and they're trying to seek that help. The third advice I would give is to make sure that you are truly being supportive to them and go above and beyond. You know, send a little cute message to them that is just juicing them up, that they don't expect, you know, something that is going to motivate them, to help them believe in themselves, because ultimately people are coming to you as a coach because they want to reach that next level. They know deep down that there is something more that they have to give, and they're coming to you because they're putting their trust in you. They know that you can help them move forward. You've got to be supportive. One of the worst things coaches do is just, you know, get that client to come across the line and then they kind of just leave them. And I'm a big believer in going above and beyond what your client expects from you and helping to make sure that they know that they have got your full support. They've got your full support, yes, and that I really am a big believer that we can achieve anything when we feel like somebody in the world, even if it's just one person, has our back, you know. And so I hope that that's been really valuable. Awesome. I love that it's been valuable to you, and thank you so much. Hey Andrew, awesome to have you. And yeah, oh, Sarah's there as well, Jay. Awesome. Love it. I can't wait to meet Sarah. And yeah, you guys have been awesome. I have no idea how long I've taken today. It's been forever. Okay, Eric, yes, it's a long road to change, but we got to believe in ourselves and keep going, right? You got it, definitely. You got to believe. You know, without self-belief, you'll never achieve anything. You just won't get there, because even if you start making steps forward, you'll sabotage your success. So that's why I know the core of my message is always going to be relationship with yourself. Get on it, you know, start getting the tools, the strategies, start putting the focus, slowing down, focusing on the self is going to be that foundation for you to have all of the successes that you wish for yourself in the world. And awesome, Jen. I'm glad this is a great start to your day in Dubai. I love where all you guys are coming from. And Lakpa, thank you for joining. And yeah, any last comments? I probably should tie this up because I'm sure my battery is going to just drop out in a minute. But I have had such a pleasure of getting to interact with you, amazing people. Once again, you light up my world, and I'm so appreciative to all of you out there. And you give me that opportunity to really feel like I can potentially have this opportunity to spread a word of love and inspiration, I hope. And I really truthfully hope that it's been valuable to you. Awesome to have you here as well, Julie. And thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. And hit me up. Like I said, I've got those 15-minute power sessions. I love jumping on a video call with you guys and seeing where you're at, hopefully giving you that fresh perspective that will unblock you, unstick you, and help you with a breakthrough to move forward in your life with that relationship with self, with identifying what you want and having that courage to go after it. So yes, thank you, and I'm so grateful that this was valuable to you, and I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Send me your questions. I'm always going to answer them, and or definitely bring them to a Facebook Live tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you guys there, and sending you all of my love, light, gratitude and blessings, and I'll see you tomorrow.